Yo, yeah, we're actually here. We're actually starting on time for once. At least reasonably close. I think I missed it by a minute because there's like 85,000 different clocks in here and they all say something different. So one of them was probably on 5:30 and I said, hey, well, it's time to start, and it turns out it was a little bit late. Oh well, whatever. We'll just give it a few extra seconds to stabilize, maybe for some folks to tune in. I'm looking for something that's not even where I think it is. It's right here. I'll get that actually out, and I am going to set that to Do Not Disturb so I don't hear anything. Shouldn't be any audio. I think there's actually two streams for some reason, because I tried to make one on the cell phone, so that way I could use the phone, take a picture of the thing, and it didn't even work, which is kind of ridiculous, because it's like, I guess it's like two different stream things in some weird way. I don't know. Because it said that there was a scheduled stream on the phone. It did not say there was a scheduled stream on the computer. The stream exists somewhere. So there's now two of them. So I guess there's probably like 40 people waiting in the other one. And I'm streaming on this one. So I should probably delete the other one. So I think I'll do that first. Of course, I'm going to go out. And I'm going to go to the live section of this. I'm going to find this. I'm going to delete it. And hopefully it won't delete the existing stream. You know, that'd be really funny actually, but it shouldn't do that. Alright. So, if you haven't read the description or read anything, what's going on today is the Compaq Armada that you can see sitting on your screen in front of you, which is booted to a DOS prompt. I am going to be loading Windows 95 on this. It's running Windows 98 right now, and it's only got 16 megs of RAM. And Windows 98 on 16 megs of RAM is kind of ridiculous. Yes, it's the one that I gave you. It's the only one I have. I mean, I have the, what is it, the Presario 1650, but that one's quite a bit newer than this. Now, what I would like to have is a view link. So I could just make sure that, yeah, okay. I think it's fine. We'll just get everything set up, quieted down, so I'm not going to have any unexpected phone calls or anything like that. It's kind of really actually quite ridiculous. Because it seems that every time I do a stream, there's always, there's so much time that I've got before a broadcast for people to call me and say, hey, this is broken, or hey, you need to fix this, or hey, could you talk to me about this thing, blah, 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 but they all do it while I'm trying to freaking stream. I don't know. Anyway, so right now we're actually booted off of a floppy. This is a boot disk for Windows 95. And I've already backed everything up off of the drive. Well, that's weird. It's a very strange rainbow effect going on there. I guess it's just because, I guess it's like a comb filter or something, I don't know. This is the best I can do. I really, really, really ought to get like an HD camera and hook it up that way. But I don't think it's going to make any difference. Maybe like a webcam. A webcam would probably actually be a decent upgrade from this, but it's a capture PC, so I still am going to have this. But anyway, it's still running the 98 install that it came with, which is full of goodness only knows what. I really don't know. I'd like to save the desktop background, but I don't know where the desktop background is stored. And this has got one of those lovely passive matrix displays that I hate so much, but well, a laptop's a laptop. You can't always get what you want. So we'll go back, and I am going to F-disk, And I want to make sure I don't delete the diagnostic partition, because that would suck. I do have the diagnostic floppies for this. I just made a set before, but I would really rather not delete the diagnostics partition if I can avoid it. Looks like I'm on partition 2, which is primary DOS, using up pretty much all of the drive. So here we go, time to erase. Delete primary. Partition 2. What primary partition? If I hit 2, what does it do? Enter the volume label. There is no volume label, I am sure. I'm going to create primary DOS partition. It's going to verify drive integrity. Maximum available size and mark the partition active. Please do. So we'll exit F-disk, and I am going to reboot the computer as it says. Control-Alt-Delete. 16 megs of RAM, which is on board. It did have a, what is it, a PC-133 SODIMM installed, and that I've managed to lose, but it won't see it. And I don't know if this is one of those systems where you have to go into the BIOS and manually select how much memory you've got on it, or if it just doesn't like the SODIMM. But what is this anyway? 64 megabytes. So, I don't know. Not really useful to me right now. Start computer with CD-ROM support. Where did I put the CD-ROM anyway? Because I am going to install from CD rather than floppy. I used the floppy last time I did this, but I don't need to use a floppy, and the floppy install is kind of ridiculously long-winded. Ah, there it is. Windows 95 Gold. Needs boot disk. Well, good, because we've got a boot disk right here. Alright. I'm going to recenter this. It's not centered very well. Of course, every time I try moving it, it's just going to end up moving anyway. Preparing to start your computer. Alright, so I'm going to run F-disk again just to make sure that it didn't screw anything up. And the fan in the encoding/capture PC on the video card is kicking up in speed. I'm sure you can hear that. It's really annoying. I don't understand why it does that. I guess it's using the video card to encode, which is kind of amazing because normally it doesn't use the video card to do anything. You know, you can't use the video card to do much. I hate these boot disks that feel the need, for whatever reason, to create a RAM disk and spend eons loading everything into a RAM disk. Just give me the damn drive. Anyway, F-disk. I want to F-disk this. Just make sure it didn't screw anything up. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. Everything is in use. So we'll get out of that. I should be able to format. Drive C. And that is going to take for bloody ever. Look at that. Well, maybe not. It might not take as long as I thought it would. Double space. Ah, yes. I guess they had to change the name to Drive Space afterwards because somebody sued Microsoft over the double space name. But, oh, I really hate that. I hated that with a passion. But, of course, I never had small hard drives. Or at least not hard drives that were sufficiently small to really make good use of that feature. You know, I'm not one of the guys that was installing Windows 98 on a 200 megabyte hard drive. Could you even do that? I don't know if you could even do that. I think Windows 98 would need a little bit more than 200 megabytes. But, I had Windows 95 on a 120 megabyte drive, but I didn't manage to fill that up. I still have that drive somewhere. I think it's in the Corel 386 now. Of course, it's not running 95 anymore. It's running DOS since 3.1. I need to get that machine out and make sure it still works. I haven't powered it up in about a year. Of course, it's the same deal with a lot of the things in that closet. I just kind of put them in there and forgot that they were there, buried them underneath a whole bunch of other crap. It needs to be taken care of. A smart man would have done this before starting the stream so that he didn't waste so much time on this, but there's no Stereo Dust Particles shows tonight, insofar as I know. So I've pretty much got free reign of the night. Not that I'm going to stream for 4 hours or anything ridiculous like that, because that's, well, ridiculous. Just long enough to do this. I'm going to need more IDE laptop drives, because I had a failure recently. This lovely thing. I got 3 of these. Probably actually more than 3 of these. These 1.4 gig IBM drives. I don't know, this one doesn't seem to work anymore. It gets to about, what, 14% of the way in? And, is it 14 or 24? Anyway, some small percentage of the way into the drive, it starts screeching and clacking and clicking and making unhappy noises and shutting off. So, oh well, I guess that's got a mechanical problem. And my spare 100 gig drive that I was going to put in a netbook. And, well, that isn't going to happen because that 100 gigabyte drive has gone from, you know, working adequately well with some bad spots to not working at all. It doesn't even show up on the IDE bus. So much for that. And for now, I'm kind of making do with what I do have, but it does mean that my little ThinkPad 240X is out of commission still. Of course, I need to get a keyboard for that before I do anything really useful with it. Because the keyboard doesn't work. It's only got one PS2 port on it. Does the mouse? I don't know if the mouse actually works, because I can't get it to boot anything. So, oh well. Does it have Ethernet on it? I don't get it. Bring it down off the stack and figure out what it's got in terms of ports. Because now I'm curious, and it's going to drive me nuts if I don't know. So does this actually have Ethernet on it? No, just a modem. Yeah, just a modem. And a single PC card slot. So I guess you could add Ethernet if you wanted to. It's got one USB port. I think VGA underneath this little cover. And that's VGA. Anyway, I'm doing all this talking in the background about a computer that I'm not even showing on the screen. It's this thing right here. This is a IBM ThinkPad 240X, Pentium 3 500, I believe. It had a dead hard drive when I got it, and it behaves kind of erratically. Probably because the keyboard has got a stuck key on it. The down key doesn't work. There's probably other keys that don't work, so I'm going to have to find a replacement keyboard. I have $10 for that, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Because ThinkPads are apparently worth their weight in gold. I don't really understand why people want such ridiculous prices for them. It's kind of silly, you know. It's like that with just about everything. You look at stereo equipment. You know, you go to buy anything, and most of it's cheap, but as soon as you see the Sony brand name, the price shoots up 10 times. It's like, why? It's the same crap, it's just got a different name on it. It's not like it's any better quality. It all comes from the same couple of manufacturers anyways. Certainly by the time the Pentium 3 systems were coming out. You know, it's just... the underlying OEMs are all the same. You know, they use the same video chipsets. But... anyway, whatever. I hope I can get through this and it's not going to error out or something. Be about my luck. Because it would do it on the stream. You know? Yeah, it would do it on the stream. We're getting there, though. This is exciting stuff. Remember when it used to take this long? There's no way to force a quick format. Well, there is. You can provide the /q parameter, but unlike a lot of newer operating systems, /q doesn't do anything if the format that the thing is already in is incompatible with what you're trying to format it with. Or a better way to say that is 90% of the time it'll just tell you, cannot proceed with this format, you need to do an unconditional format, or what's called an unconditional format, which is basically, a full format. It's silly. It really is. I don't care. Just write a file allocation table, for God's sakes. I don't care about what the thing says. Stupid thing. Anyway. Watch it fail at 99%. It's a Toshiba hard drive. A 1.4 gig Toshiba hard drive of some description or another. Alright, volume label. Oh, we'll actually give it a volume label. Reset our camera position here. 1535 DM. Alright. There we go. So, now I should be able to put my Windows 95 disk into the optical drive, if I remember where I put it. We should be able to simply... I think it was E, right? Dir. D-I-R. Thank you very much. Alright. Setup. Press enter to continue. Setup found a compressed volume, blah blah blah. I don't care. There is no compressed volume. It was probably looking at the non-DOS thing at the beginning, which is the diagnostics partition. Okay, continue. This mouse is kind of impressively jacked up. Okay. Alt-Y. I read that very clearly, obviously. What the hell are you talking about? That's kind of stupid. Oh, is it going to get upset because I have that? F-disk. See, I knew something was going to go wrong. I knew it. I called it. Okay, well, if that's the game you want to play... Should be a way to recursively copy all of that, but I don't remember exactly what it is. So I'm going to go look it up in a very professional manner while I'm waiting to get this thing figured out. Xcopy is usually the way that I do it. I don't know, does this have Xcopy on it? Oh, it does. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's gonna work. Ha! Oh, well, that didn't do what I really wanted. Didn't do it recursively. Whoops. Doggone it. It's a /E parameter, right? Yeah, /E. That's a springy spacebar. Don't need to overwrite that. Or that. Or that. There we go. Now it's working. Slowly. I just hope it's not putting it all into, like, the same folder. Somehow or another, I still don't think this is going to work. It's going to get upset about that partition at the front. Which means I might have to delete it and remake it later. Or just go with the floppies, as opposed to using the boot disk. Come on. I don't understand. What is going on? This is craziness. Really, it is. What a freaking pain. It's going to fail in just a second. Yes. It's already got a C drive. Fine. Fine. You want to play that game? Fine. I've got no patience for this. 4. That's not, actually, that's not what I wanted. Delete. 4. 1. Continue. Escape. 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 Control Alt Delete Reboot. The computer itself will probably get upset because now it's got no boot partition. Where are my diagnostics and setup diskettes? They're there. Is it going to get upset? Oh, it might. No, it seemed to work anyway. Alright, start with CD-ROM support. I'm not going to extend the partition. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything weird. Because if I do something weird, then something stupid will break. I know that already. So I gotta wait for this to do its thing. If it'll work. It's gonna create its stupid RAM disk. Wastes 2 megs of RAM. It's not like there's much for this thing to work with anyway. I'm about 100% sure the reason why... Can you focus, please? Like, not difficult to do. Alright. I'm pretty sure the reason why it's upset is because there's a non-DOS partition at partition number 1. And I guess the setup assumes that it needs partition number 1, which is ridiculous. Shouldn't need that at all. Holy crap, can you, like, work already? Jesus. Always gotta waste my time, you know? Actually, let's try F-disk and see what happens. Well, that isn't gonna work. Oh, well, it did anyway. Okay. So we'll display our partition information. There's only the one, which is good. Now let's try running setup. Press enter to continue. What are you frigging talking about? Keep going. There's nothing on there. Okay, well, what happens if I delete the partition then? Instead of using the format utility. Alt-Y. It's not going to work. I can guarantee it. Yep, of course not. Why would stuff work, right? Computers. Watch this. You think you're such hot stuff, don't you? Well, you're not. I'm smarter than you. You could live to be 150 and you're still not going to be as smart as I am in one finger. DM, jerk. Escape. Get out. Reboot. If I have to run an erasure utility on this, I'm going to probably throw it out the window. What I don't get, what really kind of bothers me, is that I can set all of this up for stream, and it can work beforehand. But as soon as it's on the video, it breaks. Always, every time, without fail. What happens if I run setup straight from this? Is it going to work then? Probably not. But it's what I'm going to do. So. Because I really don't care. What my guess is the format utility. No, I can't do that, can I? I'm going to have to create the partition. And I'm just going to not format it. Shut up. Nobody cares. You know, it's no wonder why people don't like computers. Because they do stupid things like this. This is really stupid. I guess it's too dumb to figure out where it needs to go. You know, it's drive C. Right? It's drive C. Just go to drive C. I mean, duh. Like, that makes complete sense. But I guess it doesn't to a computer. Oh, it's gotta be partition 1. Herder. Yeah, just wait till it's not. No, I need F disk. To create the partition for me. Yes. Choose 1. 1. It's gonna do this. And then it's gonna have to format it all over again. And yes. I would appreciate it. And then I gotta reboot it again. I've wasted 30 minutes now. 30 minutes. Get out of F-Disk. Reboot the machine. For like the 400 millionth time. This is all stuff that I'd edit out of the video, but kinda can't do that when it's live. You know? Whatever. What a pain in the rear end. Live chat. Who is here? Say yo if you're present. Because it doesn't really tell me who's present. It just says that I'm here, you know. And I don't know. They've really started to crack down on their anti-browser thing. So it's like, yeah, if you've got a slightly out-of-date browser, they won't let you use the live chat anymore, which is absolutely ridiculous because you can bypass it with user agent spoofing, and it works just fine. So never understand browser evangelism. Never understand it. It's quite stupid. Anyway, whatever. And I love how the concurrent viewer says 6, but it says 5 in the analytics. I don't know. Data integrity, folks. There's a lot of complaining. I have a lot of obnoxious opinions about things. Anyway, whatever. Looks like everything is working with respect to the actual broadcast. So you get a glimpse into the fun that I get to go through trying to do stuff. I think if you dump this thing in a vat of liquid nitrogen, it would still be faster. Let me rephrase that. If you dump a sloth in a vat of liquid nitrogen, it would still move faster than this. Okay, let's go to E and run setup now. What does it do? It thinks that there's a compressed... No, there isn't. You're stupid, alright? Create an image... It has one, you moron. Like, really, come on. Like, come on. Let's not be stupid here. What is going on? This is silly. This is, like, really silly. I'm gonna get angry in a minute. So now I gotta wait for this again. Because I don't have a choice. There's no other option. I really am not quite understanding why something this simple is a problem. You know, like I don't get that. There's a disconnect here between what actually makes sense and what doesn't. You know, it's not like I'm doing anything egregious. I'm trying to install Windows 95 on a hard drive. It's not hard. It's not hard to figure that out. You know, like, it really isn't. And this boot disk is useless, too. I guess because it's the 95B boot disk and not the RTM one, but the RTM one doesn't have a CD-ROM driver, so I can't use the RTM one. Ugh. Nothing ever works. What do I need to do? Get my 95B disk out? I might have to do that. And just suck it up and install OSR2. But I'd rather not. This doesn't have USB on it, so I have no need for any of the OSR2 stuff. Just a massive waste of time. Because I have to find the 95B disc, and goodness only knows where that's gone off to. You know, I've moved my CDs around so many times that... Unless it's in this pile over here, which I really kind of doubt. Like there's like Office and other miscellanea over here, but not... Oh, there's a Mac OS 10 disc. But there's no 95 OSR2. This is really silly. It's heavy. Sit on the floor, please. Thank you. Oh, I shouldn't have to move that. All I want is to get the lid off this damn thing so I can see inside it. I can find my Windows 95 disk. Oh, good luck with that. What a mess. What's this? That's plus 98. Windows 98. Windows XP. Smoothie Studio. Random drivers. That's lovely. There's a DOS 7 boot CD. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to find it. I think this is all DVDs. No, well, not quite, but... Not anything useful. No. Windows 95, where are you? Not it. Easy TV capture. Linux Mint 12. Why do I still have that? Out of all of the things. What a disaster. What a disaster. Can I have this whole stack, please? Alright, here's my DOS boot, whatever. Ah, Windows 95, OSR2. Convenient. Because somehow or another, I think I'm going to end up having to use it. I don't think it's bootable. Actually, I know for a fact it's not bootable. Although, having thought about it, I don't really envision a scenario in which it would work either. It'd probably just complain about the same damn thing. Oh, there's a compressed drive on a drive that doesn't have any compression on it. Like, I don't know what it sees. If maybe there's something in the... on the boot disk that's messing it up. I don't see how that'd be possible. Maybe I have to get a different boot disk, I don't know. But RTM should not be bootable. That shouldn't have an autoexec.bat on it or anything like that. Or command.com or, anything that's bootable. Freaking pain in the rear end this is. Nothing but a waste of time. Is anybody surprised? No. Why would anybody be surprised? It's a personal computer. They are designed to be annoying. Thanks, IBM. Shouldn't you be using a Macintosh? Probably driving everybody away with all this complaining, but I really have nothing else to say. Like, you can watch it unfold in your screen in front of you. All the stupidity. There's got to be something on the drive itself that it doesn't like. There's got to be something on the drive it doesn't like. Has to be. Because nothing else makes sense. Why? Can you go away, please? I can actually see my broadcast. That'd be really nice. Just what you wanted to see. A 40-minute long thing of some guy rambling about random crap that doesn't work. Watching this thing format 4 times. Well, twice. Thought to myself, I'll do this live instead of doing this on a video, because it'll be easy. Pah! Famous last freaking words, right? Yeah, so much for that. Should I make an HDAT? I should make an HDAT boot floppy and just wipe out the first bit of the drive. I don't think I'm going to have a choice. I think I'm going to have to. Because there's got to be some residual garbage that's in the... I'm not even going to give it a... Oh, no, I'll give it a volume label. There. Because my patience is running thin with this. I still don't think this is going to work because there's got to be something in the boot table, the partition table that it doesn't like. Yep. Or it doesn't like the, this thing. That's taking a little bit longer than it did. It's reading off of the hard drive. It's reading off of something anyway. It's either reading or writing to the hard drive. So it's doing something, it's just deciding it doesn't want to work. It's a conscious decision. If I hit Alt-Y, it'll give me an error message. Okay, well, we'll try rebooting one more time. You're not wasting my time. I pulled the power out and it... What? Turn on, please. Beep. Shut up. Is the battery good? I guess the battery in the laptop is somewhat good. Well, now it's not. Ha! Take that. You'll do things the way that I want, and you'll like it. Alright. I think this is probably just basically turned into watch me break a laptop live. Which I'm trying not to do. I'm trying my best not to do. I really am, but it's really, really trying my patience here. I didn't think the battery in this laptop was still good. I guess it's just good enough to make my forcefully unplug it to make it reboot faster trick not work. Go figure. Start the computer with CD-ROM support. What I'm tempted to do is to make another boot disk that's for RTM, which won't have the CD-ROM driver on it. Or I could make it have the CD-ROM driver. That is an option. Because I'm not making 21 floppies. It's not happening. I guess I could always do that. Add the CD-ROM driver myself. Maybe I should just do that. I guess if this doesn't work, that's what I'm going to be doing. Where's the Jeopardy theme when you need it? I think I get my video banished from YouTube for daring to play even a second of that. Because you know how it is. Alright, let's try again. Go to Drive E, and we will run Setup. I don't think this is going to do anything else, because it can't. It's not like I've changed anything. Yeah, see? There is no compressed volume, there's no disk caching, there's no nothing. It just seems to think that there is, and it's wrong. So, Alt-Y. Yep, that's precisely what's going to happen. Okay. So, unplug the power, pull it out, and here's what we're going to do. First step is I'm going to write a new boot disk. Or what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write an H.2 boot disk. So I can wipe the first, I don't know, I think the first 2 megabytes of the drive should be good enough. So we'll come over here. I have remote access to this machine too, which is brilliant. Get out H.2 image. Come over to this stupid thing. Load it. Format it. I don't care what's on it. Go. So we're going to do that. This is a massive waste of time. I've got other stuff that I could be working on right now. I mean, damn. Takes so long. And for what? For basically nothing, really. Work, damn it. Alright. So, I'm going to eject this. I'm going to reuse it. Because I think I'm going to just make a new boot floppy. Or maybe what I'll do while I'm waiting is I'll boot the RTM floppy. I think what's going on is it is the RAM disk that's screwing it up. Which wouldn't surprise me. Nothing good comes from RAM disks. Here you go, you can get a nice close-up of the process. Oh dear, okay. On the bright side, I guess the stream is working. I haven't changed anything, so I don't know why all of a sudden now it's working so much better than it was last week. Of course, now that I've said something, it's going to break, so I don't know. Knock on particle board. Or wood. There's wood right here. Anyway. As we wait for things to do their job. My hope is that what this doesn't do is it doesn't erase whatever this thing needs for its BIOS, because that could be a problem. Of course, that being said, I do have the setup and diagnostics disks, so I guess it's not that big of a problem. Okay, that's done. So we'll come back to this monster. And plug it in. I don't think it'll power up from the battery, because I don't think the battery's that good. Kind of surprised me if the battery's that good. Alright. I should be able to erase the partition table with this. Hopefully it'll boot. I don't know if this newer version of HDAT will actually run on this old hardware. It's a Pentium MMX. I've never tried it. Shouldn't need any additional drivers, because I certainly don't need USB. Numlock is on. I hope it'll run. It probably won't run. And then I'll have to find an old version, and then I'll have to write that floppy, and what a mess. I guess it's making a RAM disk too, isn't it? So much crap you gotta do just to run a utility. Oh, here we go. HDAT2. I guess if I have to, we can use the HDAT2X. Alright. So I want you. Smart, device tests, wipe device, wipe with write. I don't care. We'll erase the first, I don't know, first 100 megabytes. I think that actually probably should be good. So now, I don't know which one's the right boot disk. Because all of these disks look exactly the same. Control-Alt-Delete. I should really just make a new boot disk. Because I don't know if the 95B boot disk is compatible with 95 RTM. I really don't know. It's supposed to be, and they tell you can use a 98 boot disk. Maybe I should use the 98 boot disk. Although 98 usually doesn't require a boot disk. So, I don't know what's up with that. We'll give it a try. I should have erased the partition table at this point. Yeah, so now it thinks that that's Virtual Disk C, which isn't going to work. I want one without a... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to use this boot disk. This is ridiculous. Too slow, and it has a bunch of stuff I don't even want on it anyway. So we're going to just make a new one. So I'm going to copy over the 95... I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna open up the existing 95 here. I'm gonna grab Auto Exec. I'm gonna grab Oak CD-ROM. And it should have MSCD-EX on it. And it doesn't, of course it doesn't. Holy crap. Alright, let's go find a 98 boot disk then. Let's see. Windows 98. Please see the Windows boot disks. I don't know. What's in it? Let's take a look at what's in it. Or maybe I just want the 95 RTM. So I'm going to have to find MSCD-EX. Or we can grab this one. Let's see what this one's all about. Isn't this fun? Isn't this just really fun? Such a great live stream. It's supposed to be a Windows 95 install, and all it is just technology-inducing chaos, really. Did it actually open that? I guess working is too meta for some of this stuff. Oh, here it comes. And of course, WinRAR thinks that it's so cool. Shut up, nobody cares. Okay, I'm going to put that, if I can find my ISR thing. ISO. And we're going to copy this. Or I am going to copy this, and you'll just listen to me swearing in the background. Excuse me. Copy that there. Boot 95D. Alright. So what's the deal with this image? What's on this? Is it the same one? Doesn't look like it. No, there is no crap on this one. Good. So I'm going to write that one. There's no stupid RAM disk. There's no dumb, stupid other bull crap on it that nobody wants, nobody asked for, and nobody needs. So, good. We'll rewrite this boot disk. Format and write. Don't care, just work. I'll probably have to edit autoexec.bat and get rid of a bunch of garbage that's on it. Or I suppose the alternative is maybe to copy the MSCDEX and Oak CD-ROM out of that and put them onto a 95 RTM boot disk, which is what the OEMs that did this back in the day would have done anyway. Or, the alternative option, I could put Windows NT on this. That might end up being what I do, because this is really kind of silly. I might just put Windows NT on this. I don't really want to. I've already got an NT machine. I've already got a couple of NT machines. NT4 should probably specify. There's 8 people watching this crap. It's like the most unexciting, unassuming anything. It's just me ranting, really, at this point. It's too bad there isn't anything useful to talk about. Oh, I guess here's something useful. I did figure out a workflow for QTGMC, which is basically an upscaler that'll let me go from the 480i video to 720p 60. So, I think there's 2 more videos that I'm waiting to upload, maybe 3. That I just have to move over to the SLI rig and render, and then get them uploaded. And then everything from then on should be 720-60. Hopefully. I actually haven't even really noticed a difference. So I don't know if it's actually it's actually doubling the frame rate or not. It might be, and it might just be that I'm not looking at it right. But I don't know if my import program actually makes interlaced video in the first place. It might be deinterlacing it already. In which case, QTGMC is not going to do anything because there's no interlacing for it to deinterlace. So, I'm going to have to look into that. Which I'll probably do after the stream if I don't forget. But I'll probably forget, so take from that what you may. Alright. So this boot disk should now be created. And I'm going to put it here. And if I dir W that, oops, probably should show the computer, right? Yeah, this is the drive. So I want the F disk off of this drive, which is loading off of the floppy, so that's good. Let's see if it screws up, because I've now got 2 different boot disks running. We'll hit yes. I'm going to display the partition information. There's nothing defined. We'll hit 1, 1, and it'll verify integrity. Good enough for me. That seems to be taking a little bit longer than it was before. Yes, verify the integrity again. And then we can reboot. Control-Alt-Delete. And this time there should be no stupid nonsense on the boot disk. I don't know what is on this boot disk. Guess we'll find out. Okay. Starting Windows 95. Okay, load NEC, Toshiba. Let's try the Toshiba one. Nope, that didn't work. Control-Alt-Delete. I'm not going to waste time. We'll try the NEC. I guess it doesn't have the Oak CD-ROM driver. Nice. So, this is probably going to go well. Maybe I should have just made my own freaking thing in the first place. Because usually it's Oak CD-ROM. You load the Oak driver, it sees pretty much everything. Oak, I don't think is Oak Technologies. Let's try loading the NEC one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Oak Technology. But I believe that Oak CD-ROM.sys is not the Oak Technology driver. It is the OEM adaptation kit, adapter kit. Something related to OEM use. Okay, what's going on? Okay. So we do actually have everything should be working. If I go to C, it should give me an error message, invalid media. Abort. We'll go back to A. I'm going to try and format C again. I don't care, just freaking work, please. And now it's time to once again play the freaking waiting game while we wait for this to work. Man, we've gotten nowhere. It's been what? How long has this stream been going on? Almost an hour. Actually, more than an hour. Because I think I started it right at 5:30. So, an hour and 4 minutes, and we have gotten absolutely nowhere. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but honestly, this is about how all of my computer projects go. It's just problem after problem after problem after problem. You know, you find a solution to one problem, and then you get 4 other problems that show up. Sort of like a zip bomb. If anybody's ever heard of those piece of malware, that it's a zip file, you open it up, and it brings a bunch more zip files, and those all have more zip files in them, and eventually it balloons to be so big that you run out of disk space. It's really cool, actually, to watch those work. Not so cool if you actually get one, but, you know, kind of neat, nonetheless. That's kind of what this is all about. You find one problem, you get 4 more. You fix one of those 4 problems, you get 8 more on top of that. And then you fix one of those 8 sub-problems, and you get 16 more, you know? It just balloons. You get problem after problem. And you never actually solve any of the problems in the first place. You just end up with nothing. How much do you want to bet that what's going to end up happening is I'm going to find out that there is an error in my Windows 95 CD-ROM. And I'm going to have to do this from floppy. I guess if that happens, I'm just going to shut the stream off, because I'm not going to subject you to the creation of 21 floppy disks nor am I going to subject you to the hour that it takes to install it on a Pentium. Even longer if you've got something older than a Pentium, but I think it took me about an hour to install it on the P133 ST earlier. And that's not including driver install either. So... yeah, this format process is taking a lot longer. I didn't think it was this slow last time. Maybe it just feels like it's longer now because it's taken so long to get to this point that everything just feels like it's protracted now. I wonder if we can break 10 viewers. That should be our goal. We should break 10 viewers. You know, I say that. There's so many people out there who are excited when they get like 300 viewers, and yet here I am excited when I get 10. Oh well, whatever. You know, I've got, you know, what, 26,000? How many subscribers do I have on this channel? I think it's like 24... oh, it's just over 2,000, okay. Thought it was a little higher than that, but... okay, just over 2,000, so... you know, how many people should be watching this video? I don't know, and I've noticed that 90%, roughly, what do the analytics data say? I think it was like 85 to 90% of the people that watch videos are not even subscribed to the channel to start with. Which is kind of interesting. It kind of defeats the whole, you know, reason to subscribe, does it not? I'm trying to... it used to be front and center. Okay, this is kind of stupid. I hate this new analytics garbage. Can we go back to the way that it used to be? It was so much nicer. What the... okay, is it back? Can anybody tell me? Is everything working? Nobody has said a word. Alright, I think I must have driven the chat away. Either way, I was saying how well it was doing. You know, it was doing so good, and what happens? It just breaks. That's about how tonight's gone, really. It didn't even say anything either. It just kind of just silently broke. Alright, I'm going to reload this page, because I think this page might have broken too. It's the most ungraceful thing ever. Connect streaming software to start preview. Well, it's already broadcasting, bro, so... can you not? There we go. Alright. I think it's working. It's at 95%. We're finally getting somewhere, maybe. Slow, slow, slow. I really do need to hook this thing in via Ethernet, though. That should be a priority, really. Get out an Ethernet cable and hook it up. Probably around the same time that if I ever get an HD webcam, I hook that up. It was NT disk. I'm just going to install NT on it. This is dumb. Okay, if it's going to keep disconnecting, I'm just going to stop the stream. This is really kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Why are you being so ridiculous? The thing is right friggin' there. Take that. Anyway, where is my Windows NT 4 disk? Where are all of my disks? They all seem to have disappeared. Like, I had a stack of CDs that was organized nicely. And what happens? Somebody comes by and makes off with them. That's the only thing I can figure. I'm not putting Windows 98 on it because that's ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think. I didn't even think to try that. I have a 95 OSR2 disk. Let's just try OSR2 instead. We'll let it read. I guess it just read. We'll run setup now. Oh, now it works. So I guess there is something wrong with the 95 RTM disk. Urgh! Why didn't I think to do that before? Before I went on that little tirade, directed at things deciding they don't want to work. Oh well. Is the chat working? Like, is it working at all? Nobody has said a word in the last, I don't even know how long. Of course, we're still not out of the woods yet. This still could decide it doesn't want to work. Although, I guess given ScanDisk ran, I don't know. Are you going to get me past this? Alt-Y. Keeps wanting to read the floppy. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Holy moly. Oh man. Wow. Holy shit. Oh, there's a bad word. Now I can't monetize this. Alright. This mouse is still impressively jacked up. So, install to C Windows. Please do, my friend. Guess there must be something wrong with that 95 RTM disk. Alright, I want a custom install, and I gotta type in a product key. So, let me go find it, and I'm gonna shut the camera off. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So, I apologize if my elbow gets in the way of the camera. It's a very springy spacebar. Do you want to look for all hardware devices? Yes. Cannot read from drive A. Why are you reading from drive A? Okay, we'll put that disk back. We'll hit retry. I don't know what it wants to find from drive A. I don't really care about the network adapter because there isn't one installed. Although I guess what I could do is install one. No, I don't need a network adapter on this anyway. I'm not going to ever put it on the network. So we'll look for the sound. We'll hit next. I'm not sure why it wants to read off of the floppy. There's nothing on the floppy. I'm sure there's a reason. So we'll let it do its hardware scan. So, how long until the computer breaks, do you think? The other thing that kind of interests me is this chat room. It used to be that there were options. I guess they don't have... Do they not have the top chat anymore? I mean, not that I'm complaining about that, because top chat is useless. I want it to show me everything. But... do they not have it, or is that what it defaults to now, which would kind of be a piss off, but... you know, I don't know. I really, really don't know. It's hard to say. We'll see if it actually finds anything. I do have the drivers that I need for the video and for the audio, I hope. Should be an ESS 1878 audio drive. Hopefully the drivers are there. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you never can tell. So, 99%. Please do not stop at 99. $100. Alright, are you done? Okay, here we go. Accessibility. I don't need the accessibility options. Accessories. Yeah, this mouse is really not the most usable thing in the world. Desktop wallpapers, document templates, games. I don't need that. Imaging. Image view OLE. I probably don't need that, but I'll leave it on here anyway. We'll put on the mouse pointers. Why not? We want paint. I don't need quick view. I'm going to unselect this and reselect it so I get them all screensavers. Everything there should be good. The Windows 95 tour might be interesting to look at in a video, but I'm not going to worry too much about any of that. I don't need not meeting. I don't need the phone dialer. Hyperterminal might be useful. I'm gonna, you know what? Let's put that on. I'm gonna put net meeting on. Maybe not. I don't know how that works. Yeah, we'll put it on. Why not? We'll just put it on. I've got like however much space to work with, so I'll leave it there. I don't need to dial a phone. Probably don't need the disk tools. What's selected under disk tools? This mouse, I swear. It's a very early trackpad. This would have been one of the very, first laptops to have a trackpad. And the early trackpads are garbage. They really are. Of course, trackpads are still garbage, but, you know, that's a very contentious thing. Multimedia. I want to select that, please. Multimedia sound schemes, the sample sounds. Let's see, what else? I don't need the Microsoft Network. MSN. I don't think it's the same thing as MSN, but, you know, predecessor. 127 megabytes worth of space. Not bad. So, let's see. What is this? I don't want network logon at all. Let's just go to next. Computer name. What is this? 1535 DM. Work group should be work group. Work group. Thank you. Blah. Alright. Display, oh, it recognizes the Cirrus Logic display. Right out of the box. Wow, that's impressive. Probably not. I mean, there's got to be some kind of problem. I do not want a startup disk. It's a great way to waste a floppy. And now we get to the install. Gee, it's been an hour and a half. And we're finally installing. Now that's what happens when I guess your Windows 95 disk doesn't work. So I guess that CD is going into the shredder. Or the microwave. I haven't decided yet. Probably put it in the microwave, but... That dropped down to 0, didn't it? I saw something interesting. Interesting things happening. Alright, clear out some of this mess that I've made. I'm not sure why that is stacked up like that. It's an interesting arrangement. That is really slow. Wow. Okay, well... Okay, where are we at? Dealing with stupidity. 58%. I almost wonder if it would have been faster to do this from floppy. Get your act together, computer, come on. I'm going to have to connect it to Ethernet because this is ridiculous. I've got how much bandwidth to work with and it's deciding it wants to do this. It's crazy. No, it's crazy. Makes no sense. It's not even using any bandwidth. It's just being ridiculous. I mean, really. That's the plain and simple of it. No, I've got Ethernet cable. I'll get this cable out. See, I'll get what I want. My way. Well, that cable's got both of its... No, it doesn't. I think it's a junky 10100 only cable anyway. So, yeah, that's getting Ethernet after the show. This is crazy. It thinks there's a connection problem. There's no connection problem. It's working fine. Everything's fine, as it always is. That's complaining about the bitrate? What a joke. What a joke. It's now 7 o'clock. I'm shutting this off in about 30 minutes, whether it's done or not, so... Because I think I've wasted enough time. Enough of your time. All it's been is a giant rant, anyway. It's variable bitrate, you know? Like, the variable bitrate is useless. I don't understand why somebody thought that variable bitrate was a good idea. Because what usually ends up happening is the bitrate goes way down, and then it ends up going way up to compensate, and the computer can't handle it, and it breaks everything, and you get an endless cycle. Like, just stay at one level, the level that I set, and don't go anywhere else. It's really simple. You know? Like, really simple. Did I finish my QTGMC thought? I don't think I did. In addition to the fact that the SLI computer can't render 60 FPS video, apparently, I've noticed that some of the standard def video comes out really blocky. Almost like the pixels are stretched. But you look at the original files and the pixels are stretched there too. So I don't know what's going on. There's got to be some kind of processing going on somewhere that's not really working. I don't know if somebody's noticed that in some videos. It's some cameras. Some of the cameras have got perfect picture, others don't. And I don't know which one it is that I used in the one video that I noticed was really all kind of weird that I was doing recently. Alright, preparing to start your computer. So remove floppy, which will do. Shouldn't have to worry about anything else. Pull it right out. Shouldn't even need it again. Hopefully it goes right to the hard drive. Alright, there we go. So it does go right to the hard drive. Getting ready to start Windows 95 for the first time. Yay, we're getting somewhere. Wow, does that ever take a long time? Loves to thrash the hard drive. Oh yeah, OSR2, the other thing that it's got is Idiot Exploiter by default. You can't delete it either. You're stuck with it forever. Part of Microsoft's initiative to crush Netscape back in the 90s. And it worked, too. And they didn't even get reprimanded for it, really. I mean, there was the whole Department of Justice deal, antitrust lawsuit, but nothing really amounted from it. And they're still doing it today. So clearly they didn't learn their lesson. Of course, now everybody does it. So I guess nobody really learned any lessons from that. Now the color depth looks okay. Type a name to identify yourself. Enter a password if you want to. Well, we'll type a name. But there won't be a password. I don't really think I need a password, do I? It's my computer. It's not like Windows 95 has any security anyway. I mean, oops, what am I saying? Windows 95 has got top-notch security. Department of Justice or Department of Defense standards. Please insert the disc labeled CD-ROM. Well, it's there. What is going on? Does it not have an optical drive driver? I bet not. Oh, guess what it doesn't have? Guess what it doesn't have? It didn't install the CD-ROM. That's crazy. Do you know that? That is really crazy. Control-Alt-Delete. Control-Alt-Delete. You're going to run a CD-ROM and you're going to like it. Alright? We're not doing this nonsense. No, you're going to... Oh, that's not the boot disk. Control-Alt-Delete. Wouldn't you know something would go wrong, right? 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 Or am I wrong? I don't know. So we'll boot this boot disk again. Load the NEC IDE CD-ROM driver, which is the Oak driver. Okay, let's go to C. See what we have. Should be an autoexec.bat file in there somewhere. Copy autoexec. Is the edit command on there? Probably not. Well, it is. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm going to delete all this junk. Load high. Let's just cut it out. Load high. Delete C. Control X, or that was function X. That's my bad. Alt F X. Yes. Copy a. Oops. Config. Come on. Copy config.sys to C. Edit config.sys. I'm going to get rid of all this crap. Control X. Control X. Actually, I can get rid of that too. Control X. I'm going to Control X all of that as well. Exit, yes. Let's see, I should probably copy mscdex.exe to C. And I think the other one I want is NEC IDE. Let's go to IDE.sys to C. That should be good. Hopefully it will actually load that. And we'll get a CD-ROM out of the deal. Not sure why it didn't load a CD-ROM driver. That's kind of weird. You know, considering I installed the CD-ROM version of Windows 95, it should have loaded a CD-ROM driver. Fine, ScanDisk, you stupid. Your computer was no sort of well, gee, because you're broken, that's why. That's what I think of that. What a mess. The whole thing, start to finish, mess. Do not ask to do a surface scan, because you're not going to do a surface scan. Okay, let's see if it works now. It might be. I think it's working now. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Baby. Yeah, there we go. Can't believe that. I had to load it through DOS to get a CD-ROM. Like, is this some kind of a joke or what? Craziness. Oh, it's still loading more stuff. So we'll wait for it. Eventually it might do its job. It's one job, I might add. So now we're getting to a process. Part of the process where it looks like everything is finally working. So there's some famous last words. Time zone. Well, we're not in the Pacific time zone. That's for sure. Eastern. Apply. I'm going to just hit OK. I think, is the time actually configured properly? No, but I don't really care. I can configure that later. I do not want a printer. So we'll hit OK. With any luck, everything will work. Then I'll probably go and reload the diagnostics partition on the hard drive and break absolutely everything. That sounds like about what would happen. Yeah, it looks like it's in high color mode. So we'll see if it actually figured out the audio. Probably not. I don't think the 1878's got a Windows 95 driver built in. Nope, no audio. Alright. So we'll close that. We'll set our resolution properly. So it shouldn't be 640 by 480. Go one step at a time. What is going on? I guess is it the correct driver or what? Why is it doing that? That's stupid. Oh, screen, really? Wow. I guess it's got two separate controls for that. Alright, well I guess that's better. It is 800 by 600. I guess 256 colors is as good as it gets. What chipset is this? It's a Cirrus Logic. I think it's like a CLGD7536 or something. That sounds about right. Let's see. 7548. Okay. Not sure where 7536 came from. Probably something else. Why is it installed in 1688? Because that's not what it is. And why are the PCMCIA card things disabled? No. Are you using a PC card to install Windows? No. Real mode PC card drivers? No. Finish. I'll turn it off and do all that later. So, is that the boot disk or is that the... This mouse is practically unusable. Open this up. Go to A. Let's see. Is this the right thing? No. This is some other thing. So this is something else. I don't know what it is. Is this the right thing? It just beeped at me. Yeah, there we go. This is the right one. So we've got the video driver. I don't need to worry about that. Let's run this. Alright. Page down to view license agreement. Agree. Which I read very carefully. Please enter appropriate drive to make a new... Why am I making a diskette for that? That's ridiculous. Why? That's so stupid. Fine. We'll make a diskette. Nope, it's inserted. Try again. Nope, try again. It's right there. Stupid piece of garbage. Oh, why must you be stupid? Why must you be stupid? Good question. Fine, we'll format it. Can I quick format it? Is that something I can do? don't think so. Can I do a quick format because it's not formatted? Fine. Do a full format then. See? See what I mean about quick formats not working? Jeez. You've got 12 minutes. I'm not wasting any more of my audience's valuable time. 12 minutes to do your job. You know, I enjoy working on computers, but there's a point in time when it just becomes way more effort than it's worth. Anyway, subscription status. Yeah, almost 95% of my audience is not subscribed to the channel. Of course, the flip side to that is that the people who are subscribed watch more of the video, of any one given video in question, by like about 2 times. So, I mean, there's one thing. But still, you know, it'd be nice if the folks who were not subscribed to the channel that are watching the videos, and I wonder if most of that has got something to do with the fact that I uploaded a repair video for something that just ballooned in popularity for some reason or another. Maybe because YouTube is pushing it out to people. And people watch that, ask me a question that has got nothing to do with the video, and expect an answer and they don't get one. But I'm guessing that most of the viewers are coming from that and they're not going to subscribe to a random channel. Alright, so there we go. Now it's formatted, I guess, if it really cares that much. So I gotta put this back in. Run this again. Yeah, this is a modem soft pack driver. I obviously agree to it. So I'm going to take that out of drive A, and we'll put a new disk in drive A. Cancel. Abort. It's not going to work because, guess what? Those files need to be on the local drive. Alright. So, we'll take them. I'll take them. Control C. Come on. Make a new folder. Called drivers. Control V. Put them there. And then it should be no problem to run this. I guess loading 300 kilobytes into RAM is too meta. Who knows? Are you done reading yet? So we'll put another freaking floppy in, and we'll try running the soft pack again. Page down, type agree, because I totally agree. Go. There we go. That works a little better. Look at the moire pattern on that. That's a comb filter. Just when you thought you were done writing floppies. Done. Okay. So, exit. Reload this. README. Look at the README file and see what it asks us to do. Copy the INF file manually. Alright, do manual install. I think I could deal with that later. I'm not wasting video time, so I'll just remember that that's the modem. I'm guessing that all of these are going to want okay. Escape to exit. Now I'm going to press C to continue. Press A to agree to these terms. It's going to unpack all the drivers there. Go ahead. Stop trying to read the floppy drive. Alright, read. Alright. Oops, what just happened? So I want the device manager again. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing. Alright. Where is system? Come on, you piece of garbage. Device manager. This mouse is trash. Really, really it is. Where is it now? What's it doing? 1688 audio drive. Properties, driver, update, select from lists. I want to, what the hell? Come on, I want to select a different friggin' driver. Fine, we'll go list. There's nothing on A, other locations. It thinks it's a 1688, which it's not. C drivers, go. It's not going to find it there. There we go. Do you want to restart your computer? Yeah, sure, why not? Focus, please. Now I have no video. Well, that's a great sign. What happened? Why do I have no video? Do I have video through the VGA? Where's the VGA cable? What the hell? Seriously? Well, I have audio, but now I've got no video. I have no... Oh, now I have video. That's just weird. Close, I don't care. Shut up. 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 Alright. So now we'll get the last one. This should be hotkey support. Actually, I don't even care. Alright, we're done. We're done here. I think we're done. I've got audio, I've got video. Everything should be good. I don't know whether that video driver is now going to screw up every time or what. But I guess the one last thing that we can do is I'm going to insert the setup diskette for the system. I'm going to reboot the computer. I don't know if I need to boot from the setup or the diagnostics disk. With PS2s, it's the setup disk or the reference disk. I have no video again. No. We're not playing this game. This is not a game that we're gonna play, okay? Now it's trying to boot to the floppy. Loading setup diskette. And taking forever in the process. Oh, nothing good comes out of RAM disks. I'm guessing maybe it's defaulting to using the external video connector. Something in Windows 95 makes it do that. I don't know. I'm not sure why this is taking so long. Install computer setup or run computer setup. I think I want the diagnostics disk, actually. So I'm going to load the try and boot the diagnostics disk instead. Control-Alt-Delete. Do I have video? Okay, I've got video now. This will be the last thing I do. Even though I said I was going to stop it at the 2-hour mark, I might as well finish this off. Get this reconfigured. Probably break everything that I just did. You know, because I know that my life is a comedy, so that's about what will happen. But guess what? You'll get to see it on video. So, cool, right? Yeah. Not that I'm sure anybody has watched to the 2-hour mark, other than the folks that have watched live. Who I would like to thank for sticking it out for 2 hours of nonsense. It's basically like about, 2 minutes of actual install and an hour and whatever of trash. What happened? Okay, well that's nice. Is that a joke or what? See? I told you something was going to go wrong. What a piece of crap. What a bunch of crap. Like, really, what a bunch of crap. What a bunch of crap. There better be a way to make these diagnostics disks otherwise. I don't know what's going on with this, why this is being so stupid, so stubborn and useless and ridiculous. So we'll try again. It's probably corruption. Yeah, there's probably corruption. Of course! Computers, I hate them. I really do. Designed to make your life a living hell. Alright, so let me see if I can actually find... Where did I get those drivers from? See if I can find it again. 4.12, 3.1. Now let's see what this does. See if I can actually get it onto that computer in some way. Take that, I'm going to copy it over to the floppy writer. And we'll see what we can do, because this clearly is not going to work. So what are we looking at? SP25 blah blah blah. Let's run it. What happens when I run it? Just blithely assume that everything will work. Diagnostics for Windows setup is preparing the install Shield Wizard. What is this crap? Okay, I don't know why I did that. There should be a soft pack that you can download from probably on their FTP site. So it's just installed something. I don't know what it installed. New programs installed. Yeah, gee, Diagnostics for Windows. What happens when I run it? What does it do? Oh, that's not what I want, bro. That's not what I want at all. Yeah, there should be a soft pack on their website somewhere. Oh, well, this is a thing. What is this? Can I make a disk? Like, is that a thing I can do from this? What is this mess? Okay, forget it. That's useless. That was completely and utterly, entirely useless. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anymore. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Yeah, Compaq.com is long gone. So it'll be on HP's FTP site somewhere. Let's go back, see if I can find another one. What's the firmware? Hard drive firmware updates, I don't want that. BIOS. System ROM pack. ROM pack firmware upgrade diskette. I don't want that either. So that was useless. Let's see if we can find one. Computer setup. Will that work? I don't think that's what I want. But we'll try it anyway. That's a 1.4 megabyte thing. I think that's the setup disk that I've already got. So it's not going to make much of a difference, really. So, okay, we'll try this then. It's going to run full screen, which means I can't access it from there now. Alright. Press page down. Agree. I'm going to just use this diskette. Press enter to continue. So we'll make that one. And see if that works. Probably not. Because of course HP decided in their infinite wisdom to remove everything. You know, it really doesn't make any sense. Hard drive space grows on trees these days for major companies. Writing to disk 1. Does it make 2 disks or does it only make 1? I think it only makes the 1. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I just exited, so it only made 1 disk. So I bet any money that what this is it's not the disk that I want. I think I'm going to run scan disk on this. Yeah, you can do that, whatever, who cares. Control-Alt-Delete to reboot it. And we'll see which disk this is. Because I don't think just any diagnostics disk will work. I think you've got to have the special one. Which, I mean, I do have. It's just decided to be corrupted for no reason. So, I'm going to, if I can, if it will actually let me do it, check for errors. Yeah, that's the disk that I just had, the setup diskette. I mean, I don't want the portable, because the portable won't work for me. Desk Pro 4000. I think that's a little bit newer than what I want. Let's see here. Oh, that's great. Windows was unable to complete the tisk check. Try again. Disk check complete, it says. I'm working on this right now. CHKDSKK. Let's just run it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of bad sectors in that. Let's try that. Windows has made corrections to the file system. Let's try again. Check the file system, found no problems. Alright. So I don't know if that's going to work. What do I do if I hit install? Diagnostics partition does not exist. So yeah, we need the diagnostics partition first. So that's useless. Diagnostics partition, well, I need the diagnostics diskette first. So we'll try it again. Now that I've run a check disk on it and maybe fixed it. It doesn't show any errors now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work. Just gotta hope I don't ever have a need to run system setup on it then, I guess. Let's see if it'll work this time. Probably not. The Desk Pro 4000 diagnostics diskettes are available, but I somehow don't think that those are the correct ones. Yeah, it should just give me a garbage screen right here. Well, it's different from what it did before. But that's still not really working. Oh, what a disaster. Well, let's see if this will work. Save that to... Let's just save that to this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to do what I want, really. I'm going to save that diskette, just in case. But I would like this. I'm going to write another one. If it doesn't work, which I suspect it won't, then I'm just going to shut the stream off. And I'll have to figure something out. Let's just try it. Disk A is not empty, don't care, write it. Maybe it will work. I don't know. This is why you always test your disks before trusting that they'll work. I don't need it. I guess I really don't need it. But if there ever comes a time where I need to, or somebody else, you know, after I get rid of this machine, if they need to access setup, they kind of need the diagnostics diskette. So, I mean, I could not care. Yeah, maybe I'll have to not care for the sake of this. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'll be amazed if the Desk Pro 4000 one works on this thing. It hasn't crashed. It's not like it's crashed or anything. I can still hit caps lock. And that still works, but Obviously, something's not right, you know? It's not supposed to look like that. We'll give it a try. We'll see if it'll work. It's at 60%. It's almost 8 o'clock. I've been working on this computer since, what, 5:30? 2.5 hours, man. 2.5 hours. Well, that's not loading. It's very nice of it. 87%. So there's somebody who left a comment on one of my videos about a computer. I don't remember which one it is. Which one is it? It doesn't say. But one of the Corel 386 videos, they're like, Windows 3.1 is old and ended support. Brr. You know, it's people like that really kind of tend to dampen your outlook on society. Control-Alt-Delete. We'll see if this will work. I don't think so. I'm sure it'll just tell me it's the wrong system, bro. Which I mean, it's right. It's not a Compaq S Pro 4000. It's an Armada 1535 DM. Let's see what we got. I'm going to verify that it'll actually work first. Compaq. Okay. Hit enter to continue. Oh, would you look at that? Setup.exe unable to execute. Yeah, okay, sure. View system information. I think we can do that. See if it'll work. If this actually works, I'll be impressed. I'll be extremely impressed. Inspecting the system, retrieving network information. I will let it run. It's gonna find a modem. That's it. There's no Ethernet hardware on the computer. To the best of my knowledge, there's no port. So it seems to be trying to work. Unless that's where it stops. It might just take a really long time. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to really work. Oh, here we go. Something's happening. You know, sometimes you just gotta be extremely patient with things. Ports information. Now this might take a while too. Computers always have a real knack for taking for bloody ever to do anything when you want them to hurry up. You got 6 minutes, alright? I'm going to give you 6 minutes. 6 minutes to figure yourself out. I think modem information is usually where it pauses, because I guess it wants to connect using the modem, and obviously that's not going to work. Now it's retrieving storage information again. Okay, well, I think it is actually working, right? Yeah, 1535 DM, so it will work. Exit inspect. And I'm going to make a diagnostics partition here. Manage diagnostics partition. Create diagnostics partition. This is a pretty similar process to doing this on a PS2. There is not enough available. Well, I'm not going to waste my time, so I think I'm going to call it good. I'm going to have to resize something here. Free 2 megabytes or something. Which probably means I'm going to have to take the drive out again and put it into another system and then figure it out from there. Hopefully that's not going to break anything, which is, stuff that's going to boot. But I guess I am going to be able to write a diagnostics diskette for this machine. And that'll be that. So, thanks all for watching, whether you watched it live or you suffered through the archive. But I think we're done. I think we've got a computer that works. And that was the end goal. It's running Windows 95. I'm going to need to load the diagnostics partition. I'm just going to do that off video because I think that's going to be a pain. So I have to find a tool that I can use. But it's got a fresh install of Windows. So, and it's not Windows 98, so it's not going to be absolutely sucking down anything or anything like that. Because Windows 98 needs more than 16 megs. It really does. And anybody that tells you otherwise is just wrong, so we'll get rid of that, close this. I'm going to find the sound and raise the volume. And that's probably good. And I'm going to change the desktop background to something cool. Usually I change it to Bubbles since that's the best background ever, and anybody that disagrees with that is wrong. But I think we could choose something else. Sandstone? No, I don't think that looks very good. Red blocks, maybe? Yeah, I think we'll go with red blocks. Alright. Cool. We're done. That's all I have to share. Took us a while to get there, and a lot of false starts, but in the end it worked. So, there you go.